Hey travelers, let's talk about money. Today I'm going to be sharing our experience with transferring money home from Japan. Obviously this is our own personal experience and will definitely differ from someone who lives in a bigger city here like Tokyo. First thing that you need to know about transferring money in Japan is it takes a really long time. It's definitely a really long process and something that I'm still not used to. When we want to transfer money home, first we gather up all the necessary documents that we need to bring with us. The first item that you need when you transfer money home here in small town Japan is this card. This is basically your identification card here in Japan. It's kind of like what a driver's license would be in America. The second thing that you need when you transfer money home is your My Number card. My Number card looks like this. Your My Number card is your social security number in Japan. The third thing that you need, of course, is a money transfer form. After you gather up all the documents, you go to the post office. The reason why we have to go to the post office is because our bank account here does not give us the option of doing online banking, therefore we can't transfer money electronically, which really stinks. Obviously this is different in bigger cities in Japan, but this is a really small town we're talking about. You go to the post office, and of course, like everything else, if you watched my birth control video, you know, you take a number and then you sit down and you wait for them to call your number up. Once they call your number, you go up with all of your documents and all the money that you want to transfer over. You hand to them, they check everything, and then they start the process. And this is where things can take a really long time. The first time that I transferred money, it took 3 hours. One reason why it took so long is because my form was not filled out correctly, and they didn't tell me until I think maybe 2 hours into the process, they realized that it was wrong and I needed to fix it. Unfortunately, you can't just cross something out that was filled incorrectly. They made me fill out a completely different form. And then of course, the process of actually transferring it takes a while. If you are going to transfer money for the very first time, be prepared to wait at least an hour. Thankfully, the time that it takes has decreased significantly. Now I can go in and give them my paperwork and it takes maybe 45 minutes, but it's still a pretty significant amount of time. Not only does it take a long time for them to process your paperwork at the post office, but it takes about 2 weeks for the money to be put into our bank account. The post office is not open on Saturdays or Sundays, so the only option is to go during my lunch break. This is really inconvenient when I only have about 2 hours of my lunch break. I have to walk there and then walk back. Usually when I want to transfer money, I kind of plan ahead of time. I ask one of my coworkers to go with me. Sometimes we all bring our money together to transfer and then we go out to lunch or something, but it is definitely, again, a long process. At the beginning, I always found something to mess up on the form, which made the process take even longer. Another thing is that the people at the post office, sometimes they act like they have no idea what they have to do. Caleb has gone to the post office to transfer money before, and the forms that they gave me have some of my information printed on it already. None of his information is on it. They always get really confused when he comes in instead of me, and they usually ask him a bunch of questions and make him prove that he really is my husband. It's one of the worst things about living here. It's probably one of the things that I dread the most, just because it takes so long and is a little bit of a hassle. If you live in Japan, what has your experience transferring money been like? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit subscribe because we put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. So thank you for watching and we will see you next time.